you enjoyed Karen's presentation. I thought it was exactly what each and every one of us needed right now. Just words of encouragement that we are God's creation. We were put here on earth as mothers to disciple and to encourage and to be the inner core of our home, to glorify God through that and just to show it outwardly how we live our lives to glorify Him. I think that it was a wonderful presentation, and I'm so thankful that she was able to talk with us today. So, just a few things. It has been a wild ride this year. It's really bittersweet to be saying goodbye to you guys through my phone. I feel like Stevie and myself have both mourned not being able to actually be physically with y'all and end this year off together, to hug you guys, to look at you guys in the eyes. You know, it's so different to do this right here on this platform. But on the other side of things, I'm so incredibly grateful that we had the technology and we have the means to actually get together twice a month, even though it's online. I feel like that is better than not being able to do it at all. And I hope you guys felt the same way. I hope you felt that we were able to deliver good content to you guys, even throughout the midst of COVID. And man, we have had just so much fun. I mean, I think I speak on behalf of the entire leadership team when we say you guys really blessed us this year, and you truly just showed us the goodness of God, you know? I mean, it was just such a blessing to be able to serve as a leader in this ministry to you guys. And I look back a year ago and I think of all the doubts in my mind and how I knew God was calling me to do this, but I didn't know why. Why would He choose me? I am not equipped for this. I can't even pray in front of people. What am I, why are you doing this, God? Why? And after just looking back over the year, it's amazing to see how God really does equip us to do things that He wants us to do, that He calls us to do. We just have to be willing to listen and to be willing to serve in those areas that you may not feel capable of. I'm just amazed at what He's done through my life, and I hope that this year you've seen changes in yourself too. When I first had my kids, I tried to do my quiet time. I tried to get it in, and you know how it is when they're really little. It's really hard. I feel like over the course of the last year, as my kids have grown older, as I've really been involved in this ministry, it's made me really crave that quiet time. And I know I've told you guys this, and I'm going to keep telling you all this. It is so incredibly important to be in the Word every day. And as a mom, it is so incredibly important. I so encourage you just to take 30 minutes every day. Find you something that you can either journal in, write scripture in, or just open it up and start reading. That part is hard for me, but sometimes I will just open it and just read. But I do like to have a guided way of doing things. And that's why I so encourage you ladies, you women, to get into our Bible study that we're doing online. The main reason is because it really kind of forces you to take the time to do that quiet time. And even though at first you may be like, oh my goodness, this sounds like a lot of work, you'll be shocked at how much you will get out of it. This was our Missional Motherhood book, the Bible study we just did. And I mean, I wrote and wrote and highlighted. It was a really, really great study. But I wanted to share some things that I kind of took away from it, and some things I want to leave you guys with today, in hopes that you can carry this on with you throughout the summer, and in hopes that you guys will join us again in the fall. I don't know what the fall is going to look like. I don't think anybody knows what the future is going to look like as far as all this COVID stuff is concerned, but we are planning accordingly, and we are praying faithfully that we will be able to meet physically together in September. This is a little just off the cuff, little devotional for y'all that I wanted to share. Because when I came into this study and I thought about motherhood, I surely didn't think about it me being called to do this. I surely didn't think about me being a disciple through this. And after finishing it, my ideals have changed a lot about what mom really means. And maybe when you think about mom, you think about, oh, I'm the one that has to do all the things. I am the person who cooks, who cleans, who does the laundry, who makes sure everybody's schedules are right, who makes sure that my husband's getting out the door with lunch, to make sure this, to make sure that. There's so much. Everybody comes to you, right? You are the one that everybody asks all the questions. Where's this? What am I supposed to do this day? Do we have any plans here? I mean, there's so much. But when I heard this one sentence, it changed my whole ideal of what a mom is. And I think it'll change yours too. So I read in here when she said, God called us as mothers to take care of His creation. And when I heard that sentence, it's like something just clicked. It's not just mom. We're not just mom. We're entrusted to take care of the things that He created. And how amazing and how special is that He called us to do that work. He didn't call anybody else. He called moms to take care of the things in this life that He created. And that means not just your children, you're taking care of your husband too. I mean, let's be real, ladies, we're all taking care of our husbands or our significant others, and they take care of us. But we are the ones that are in our home every single day. And we can make the choice to either not be in the Word and not take a little bit of what God has to say to instill into our lives to make our day better or more smoother that way. We have the choice to do that or to carry on a totally different way. And I feel like when you carry on this way, you're going to be able to see so much more fruit in your life and so much joy, and you're going to be able to be the disciple of all those people that's just in your house. A lot of times when we think about discipling, and when I think about discipling, I used to think, well, where do I need to go and do that? Where do I need to travel and do that? And discipling starts right in your house. We think about COVID and how we haven't been able to leave, we've been in our house this whole time. We can be disciples in our house. We can glorify God through everything we do, from washing the dishes to cleaning up to sitting with our children. We are glorifying God. We are disciples of God right here, right in our house. And that's pretty cool to think about. In this book, they called us prophetic. Mothers are prophetic, which means not that we're prophets, but it means that we are disciples and that we are called to do that work in our homes. It's also talking about, and I've talked about this in one of our last meetings, but it's about in your home being hospitable, bringing others in, and sharing the good news through your home. Being hospitable, Christian hospitality, right? We talked about that. Bringing in those people in your home, even when your home isn't perfect or it looks a hot mess. Maybe that friend really just needs somebody to listen and needs some good words, encouragement spoken into her. Imagine what you would miss if you didn't invite her over because your house is dirty or because it wasn't like what you thought it should be for her to come over. So think about that. There's a question at the end. It says, how has your view of motherhood changed through the study? And I said I've become more appreciative of the role that God gave me, because now I can see that it's not just a mom. I'm not just the one that everybody looks forward to cleaning the house, doing the laundry and all that. I'm the person that God placed in these people's lives in my household to take care of them, to nurture them spiritually, emotionally, physically. That's amazing to me. So I hope that helps you kind of see motherhood a little differently and kind of pull you out of that rut of, well, I'm just a mom. Sometimes people ask you if you're a stay-at-home mom, especially. What do you do? Well, I just stay at home with the kids. Isn't it easy to say, yeah, I just do this? Your job is huge. You should be encouraged to be like, I stay at home with my kids. I'm a mom. Um, and then lastly, some things I pulled together. God made you a citizen of heaven, number one. God has resurrected you, and God has given his spirit to dwell in you. And that right there are all the tools you need to pick this up, learn more about his word, take it in, instill it into your life, into your heart, and glorify him through that, through everything that you do. Pray continually for your friends, for your husband, for your kids, for yourself. Pray continually. When we understand his mission, it helps to renew our minds. When we have to suffer through something, I know there's been a lot of suffering in the last few weeks. When we have to suffer, it helps conform us to the image of Christ. And our lives are marked by something we cannot see. It is marked by faith and faith alone. So I just hope I left y'all with some little nuggets of truth from this Bible study in case you weren't able to do it with us. We so enjoyed this. It was so fun just to, I'm so thankful that God said, Candace, you should ask other women to do this with you. You shouldn't do this by yourself. Ask other women to do it. And do you think, like me, the person who was so worried about even leading this group and had never prayed in front of a large group of people before until MOPS leadership, do you think I wanted to step up and say, I'm going to lead this Bible study? No, because I still feel like such a beginner in my walk with Christ as far as reading the Bible is concerned. And it's amazing how he's really worked in me, and I feel like how he's worked through our group this year. So, as I said before, we're doing this June 1st. We're starting in Trusted. I want all of y'all there. How amazing would it be if all of us could join in on a Monday and all get to talk and share what we got out of this Bible study? And I told our women in the last Bible study that I am in no way the know-it-all of know-it-alls. I was going through this the first time just like they were. Same with this. And the beautiful thing is we found that a lot of us were reading different versions of the Bible. A lot of us took different things from the Bible study, and we learned so much more from each other by doing all this together. And there's no right and wrong. Everybody is right in what they decide to write down. And so I just hope I encourage you to join us, because I think it would be really beautiful to see all of you guys there and just to see what could come out of us doing something like this together. I'm super sad to say goodbye to you guys. Stevie would be here with me, but she's running around and she's got a lot going on this week. We have so enjoyed leading this group this year, and we have so enjoyed our leadership team and just all the different components of it. Although there was a lot of problem solving and a lot of wackiness this year, from hurricanes to church closures to COVID, to now first virtual meetings that we've, I think, ever had. But I feel like it helps you grow a little bit, and you see things from a different perspective when you're thrown into different things that you have to do problem solving with. So we've really enjoyed it. Stevie and myself will be back next year and leading you guys again, and we pray fervently that we will all be together, because it is way more fun when we can be together and hug each other and socialize and just see each other's faces and not just look at a screen. If you guys need anything at all ever, myself and Stevie are available. We're available all summer long, so please don't feel like you can't reach out. And maybe at some point, if all this stuff is lifted, we can get the kids together and do some kind of play date or something with the group. Don't forget that registration is the early bird special of $130 instead of $150 for the year is ending on June 6th. So please, if you want to save some money, make sure that you go ahead and register. We've had quite a few people do that already. So we also have a lower childcare capacity this year, so make sure that you get signed up early if you have children that you need to put into childcare. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this year. I hope you enjoyed today, and we will be popping on here probably throughout the summer, just putting some little devotionals and different things in here for you. But if you need us at any time, please feel free. Reach out. Don't forget about our AR workshop that got rescheduled. If you signed up for it, make sure that you change the date if you feel like going on, I think it's June 16th. And other than that, I will see you guys in the fall. I'll see you in September. First week of September is our first meeting, and we'll be releasing information on that soon. Love you guys, and let me pray for y'all so that we can close out our MOPS year. Lord, man, you have just blessed this year so much. Despite all the wild things and the closures and the virtual meetings, as I reflect back and I look at all that we have accomplished and just the amazing ministry, glorifying you, Lord, through MOPS has just been a really beautiful thing. Lord, I'm so thankful that you called me to serve on this ministry. And Lord, I pray that if there's any ladies who ever feel called to serve you in any capacity in this ministry, that they will speak out, that they will be brave and courageous and step up to the plate to that, because it is so fulfilling. Lord, I ask that you just work in these women's hearts this summer, that you help them to be in your word faithfully, Lord, so that they can glorify you every day in their homes and serve you and be your disciple through their children and through their husband, and Lord, just through Christian hospitality through their homes. And Lord, I'm so thankful for all of our speakers we've had this year. Thank you for Karen for coming forward and just giving us such words of encouragement today. Lord, we just ask that you keep all of us, these ladies, safe and keep them healthy. Lord, we ask that we can see so many more of their faces in September when we start up our year again. Just thank you for the blessing in MOPS, and thank you for Life Park for allowing us to just have this ministry here in the church. Lord, we love you, and we're just so incredibly grateful to be your children and to be called to serve and glorify you through raising and nurturing your creation. We ask these things, Lord, in your name. Amen. Okay, ladies, I will see you guys in the fall.